Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I am super excited because I got a video request from one of you to do a video with my Rude Cosmetics Roaring 20's Carefree palette. So I just did a video with this one a month ago, and on that video, Mariella Zavala, I hope I'm saying that right, commented and asked if I could do another video with this and compare it to the new Natasha Denona Retro palette, and also if I could do a fall look with it. So that is what we are going to be doing today. Unfortunately, I do not own the Retro palette, but I am going to include some pictures of the two side by side, as well as some swatches. So I will go ahead and include those pictures, and we can talk about what's similar between them and what is different if you are looking to get either one of these palettes. So first I want to show you all what the inside of the Roaring 20's Carefree palette looks like, just in case you are unfamiliar, and then I am going to get pictures from the actual website just so both palettes have their website pictures, but I wanted to show you what my palette looks like so you can see just in some different lighting possibly what this one looks like. So this is a really beautiful purple neutral tone palette. It has some really nice shades. It has these fun kind of glittery shimmer shades, as well as your typical matte shades, and then some more just typical shimmer shades as well. So I just wanted to show you all quickly what the inside of my palette looked like, and then I will show you some pictures side by side of this palette and the Natasha Denona Retro. So here is what these two look like side by side. Looking at them just right off the bat, I feel like there are obviously similar tones in them, but I feel like the Retro palette has some more cool tone mauve shades, whereas the Rude Cosmetics palette's a little bit more warm tone. So I feel like that would be one slight little difference. And then in the Rude Cosmetics palette, there are also the pops of orange, and there are quite a few more matte shades from what I can tell. A lot of the Retro palette looks like shimmers, and they definitely do look like finer shimmers than what is in the Rude Cosmetics palette. But for overall feel of both of the palettes, they do have very similar vibes, and I feel like you could get some similar looks out of them as well. If we go ahead and look at swatches of the two, I feel like you can see some similarities more so between the two palettes. I feel like swatched out, the Natasha Denona Retro palette definitely has some similar shades to this Rude Cosmetics palette. They definitely have some of the same more purple tones, and some of the shimmers do look similar. I will say they are not complete dupes for each other. If you do want both of these palettes, I would say they are different, but if you are only looking to get one, they are pretty similar, and I feel like you could get similar looks out of both of them. And for price reference, the Natasha Denona palette is $65, whereas this Rude Cosmetics palette I believe is only $22. So there is a pretty significant price difference between the two palettes. I cannot personally comment on Natasha Denona's quality, as I have never tried her palettes before, but as for the quality of this Rude Cosmetics palette, I do find it pretty good. It's obviously not going to be super insanely amazing and high-end, but for the price, for what you get in this palette, I do think it is really good, and I have really had no complaints with this palette. So I am happy to have this one in my collection, and I don't really think I need the Natasha Denona palette. And since that one is $65 and I feel like you can get similar looks with the two, I am very happy with the one that I have, with the Rude Cosmetics one. So those are the comparisons between the two palettes. I hope that was helpful. I hope I explained everything good. I didn't go shade by shade to say which ones were similar, but I'm hoping you could see from the swatches and hopefully the side by side that there are some similar shades. And if you were thinking about the Natasha Denona one but thought maybe that one was too expensive, this one I feel like would be a nice alternative. Like I said, really enjoy this palette and I have had no complaints. And I am going to create a look in this video as well, a nice little fall tone look, so you guys will be able to see the performance of these shades in action. So we can just get right into the eye look. Alright, now we will create a nice little berry toned fall look as requested. So first shade I'm going to take is Dame right here. And I just want to go ahead and start with a nice neutral just to run through the crease and lay down to start the transition. And just one dip in the pan with this shade is proving to be nice and pigmented. I'm not trying to get it super dark, I just want a nice little initial transition shade to start out the look. And I am slightly dragging it out in the outer corner as well, just ever so slightly. I want a little bit of a blown out smoky look through the crease. The next shade I want to take is Jitterbug, and this is on a fluffy brush. This one's a little bit denser packed, so I'm hoping it's going to just go right where I put the product instead of blowing it out like a fluffier brush would do. And I'm just putting this one slightly lower in the crease, once again focusing more on this outer corner and then bringing the product in. And I love a good berry tone look for fall. I'm a super warm tone lover during the fall as well, but I can rock a little berry tone look too. So that's what I want to do, and I feel like this palette is perfect for these types of looks. So once I have that one lightly through the crease, I'm going to go back in with the previous shade, just a tiny little tap of it, and just blend out the very top of the crease, just to make sure these two blend together nicely. The next shade I'm going to take is Nice Gams right here, and this one is a bit more purpley toned, and this one is on a slightly smaller fluffy brush as well, and I'm just putting this even lower in my crease. And with this shade, I want the product to be more built up rather than the blended out look I was doing with the previous two shades. I am still going to blend them together, but I want to make sure that this one gets nice and packed into the crease and it's getting slightly onto the lid as well. So I'm just really focusing the shade directly into the crease and a little onto the top of the lid. And then I will go back in and blend with the previous crease shades. The next shade I want to take is Live Wire. And I'm putting this on a little packing brush. And I'm going to start packing this right onto my lid. And just bringing this across the entire lid. And this shade is really pretty. This isn't one I wear all that often just because I typically like to do a light shimmer across my lid. But I feel like, especially during the fall, I do like to do a smokier, deeper look. So that's what I wanted to do today. You can see the nice little shine of the shade too. Super pretty. So once we have that shade all over the lid, I'm going to go back in with the crease shades and run these right along the lower lash line. And I want them to kind of go a little bit lighter in the inner portion of the lower lash line. So I'm sticking with these darker colors on the outer portion, and then with that Dame shade, the first shade we used, I'm going to use it to blend out the entire lower lash line. Just so we don't get super dark right in the inner portion of the eye there. And then we are going to take this shade right here, and this is the shade Swell. And I'm going to just pop this right in my inner corner. I love this shade so much. I think it's so pretty. It's just a nice light purple tone shimmer. And I think it is so pretty and just really completes this look. So that will do it for this look. I am going to go add some mascara and I will be right back. Alright, so here is the final look. And for this look, I did use my Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extension Mascara. Absolutely love it. So I am really happy with how this look turned out. I wasn't too sure when I was asked to do a fall look what I was going to do exactly with this palette, but I think this look is perfect. I am loving how it turned out. I definitely am someone who likes to wear smoky eyes like this during the fall season, so I feel like this is one I could get a lot of use out of. So I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know if you enjoyed this look, what your thoughts are, and if you have any other video recommendations for me, please share them down below. I am always happy to take your recommendations and try and get a video out for you all. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. And with that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!